Welcome back, guys, to another video here on Viper Tools, and today we're going to be doing a review of a couple of my favorite tools that I have. One being the Bauer Brushless 1/4" Impact Driver along with a 5 amp hour battery, and the Drill Master 7 1/4" circular saw. This thing has came in handy. I've had it for a very long time, and I can say personally that this is a pretty decent saw for the price. I will be upgrading to get the 20V Bauer one pretty soon, but as far as right now, we'll do a review over the 1/4 one here, and then we'll also be talking about the Hercules bits that I have here as well. I do get a lot of the Bauer stuff, but I do buy some Hercules stuff as well. As far as the bits, I think they have better quality bits than the Bauer brand. So this one is, let's open her up. Pretty large bit set. Has everything I would say you would need generally. You have your 3/8 drive. You have a whole bunch of different Phillips heads. You have your square heads. You have some Torx bits, some more Phillips heads, a couple 5/8 and 1/4" drivers, and we have a sleeve here for your bits, and you also have a bit driver along with all your different Phillips and squares, flats, a couple Allens, and more Torx bits over here. So pretty good set from Hercules. I do recommend them, but always get you a coupon if you're gonna be shopping at Harbor Freight, man, because never pay full price for anything they got, for sure. But I'm gonna be using the Bauer 24 tooth framing blade on the Drill Master today, and this is a pretty good blade. I have a couple other blades as well, but this I had these brand new sitting in the pack, so I decided to go ahead and pull them out. And we'll go over a couple of the other tools that we'll need for this job that we're gotta do, because we're going to be replacing some boards on our front porch here at the facility and doing some upgrades around there because they started to rot out, so we got to get them replaced. We're also going to be using a speed square, which is what we have over here, and we also have my framing square, which is the bigger one here. We have our pry bar and also our nail remover, but we can also use this for taking up boards and other things as well. I'll find links for all this stuff down in the description, so make sure you guys check that out. We have our 25-foot tape measure. We have a couple construction pencils for writing stuff down and marking our wood, and we got a sledgehammer so that way we can knock these boards that we got to replace and get all the nails and stuff removed. And then we're going to be using some of these Grip Right 3" exterior wood screws for decks and fences. So it also comes with a bit, but we might even just use the bit that we have. We may start out with this one, who knows. But let's go ahead and swap over outside and show you what we're going to be doing, guys. So this is what we're dealing with, guys. We got a hole right here, and I want to replace this board here. You can I don't know if you heard that, but yeah, that needs to be replaced, and I might as well replace some of these other boards too, since we're going to get these up. So we'll start with the one on the end, and then we'll work our way over till we get to the one that we really need to replace. So looking pretty rough, but we're going to fix it. And this is what we're going to be using here. This is our pressure treated lumber. This is a 2x10, pretty thick board, pretty wide board, and we just gotta get these up, and then we'll cut these to fit and replace them with our deck screws. Pretty simple job today, but we definitely will need this impact driver, and it's gonna put in some good work. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So now that we got all the boards ripped off that we want to get replaced, we need to measure how long these boards are. So they're going to all generally be about the same length. And we're going to take our tape measure, put that as close as we can get it there, and then we'll measure. But this is about 70 and 9/16. So we will take our measurement, and I will write that on this board. And 70 and 9/16. So now we just grab one of our boards. We're gonna lay it out, measure it out, and then cut it out with a circular saw. Then we'll attach it, and then make any other necessary cuts we need to make to cut out the squares for the post. So for the sake of showing you, so me personally, what I like to do is I like to take my tape measure and I go ahead and stick it on the end, and then I go down here on one side of the board and I measure one line, mark a line here, and then I'll also go to the other side of the board and come back and measure, and then check again just to make sure my measurements are right before I go about doing any kind of marking. And this is where our square comes in handy. So this will give us a good 90-degree angle easily. So we take this and we'll match it up to our lines, and they should meet up. Like so. So then we take our pencil here, and we get us a good straight line. Now we can move over to our circular saw and we can cut this thing out, and then one step closer. All right, so I like to go ahead and get our saw blade lined up and figure out exactly where we need to be cutting this thing, so that way we can get the best cut we can. So it looks like we're gonna have to wash this thing the whole way while we're cutting, because it doesn't look like it's gonna cut straight. That's where we need to cut at. All right, guys, so here we go. So I made a pretty good clean cut, and we just gotta make sure this board is gonna be long enough. I'm pretty sure it should be. I made sure to keep the line that I was cutting on here, and as long as you follow this little circle right here with the O, should be good to go. That one says for 45, so that's if you got this thing tilted, because it does tilt and go to the side a little bit too, so we're gonna make sure that's at 0. And we're good to go. So after getting our last board cut out, we have one more piece to do for the outer rim, and then we'll be done with this little project. But lo and behold, we found that we're going to have to redo the whole entire porch because the main running boards on the bottom for the railing and the whole support structure for the whole porch is starting to rot out. So those are going to have to be replaced, which at that point they might as well redo all this. So we called our landlord to let him know what was going on. We took pictures of everything, but I still needed to close up this gaping hole. Couldn't just leave it open, have somebody fall in, Lord forbid, anybody come by. So I did pull out another very important tool, which is my 20-volt Harbor Freight Bauer Brushless oscillating tool. This one is a huge upgrade compared to my Chicago electric one that I had before, which they do function the same, but the cordless action helps me to get projects done a whole lot faster than having to lug around the cable, which is why I'm gonna invest and get the 20-volt circular saw. Because I mean, I do enjoy using my corded tools, but sometimes you just don't want to have to pull out an extension cord just to do something real quick, just like your oscillating tools. So I use this to trim out certain pieces, like the grooves inside of here, to make sure that they're good and flush, so I can make sure all the pieces stick together real good. Because I cut these to fit extremely close tolerances. So I really think this turned out really good for, you know, my expertise and what I do with woodworking and stuff. So we got to get the impact gun and go and get these things nailed down so you guys can see this in action as well. So, but definitely worth to buy. I think this was like 30-40 bucks. I put the price on the screen, so make sure you guys go pick you up one. But you definitely got to pick you up some batteries at some point, because you having just one can be a little bit of a nuisance, having to change them out all the time. But I went ahead and marked where my screws are going to be going, and we will start right about here, so you guys can see this old impact in action here. Cool, that's what I like to see. But tell me what you guys think of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me use some of these Bauer tools to get this project underway. You see I knocked that out in no time. So see you guys on the next episode.